What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I thought this morning we could sit down and just have a little chat. Let's talk fitness journey, where I started, how I got where I am today, just to let everybody get to know me just a little bit better. So with that being said, don't forget, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and we'll get it started. So coming at you from my bedroom on the floor. That's my Tony back there. I think he's sleeping right now. But I'm about to get ready for work, but I had a little time, so I thought we'd go over all of this. So I've always kind of been an active person, played sports when I was growing up. We were always out doing stuff, playing outside and stuff. The world was very different back then than it is now. So my sister and I have an older sister. We would always just go outside and play. And so I was always very active. But in high school, after my freshman year, I quit playing sports. And that's when I kind of got a little bit lazier. Like, I've never been overweight. I'll flash some pictures for y'all. I was pretty skinny, honestly. But I would consider that like skinny fat. Sorry if that's not the right thing to say, but that's how I felt. I was, definitely not overweight. And at the time, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. But I really just ate whatever I wanted. Wasn't really as active then because I had quit sports and I was a teenager, and so I was just kind of like hanging out with friends, doing whatever, not really thinking about fitness and prioritizing my health at all. And then when I got to college, I did start working out a little bit more. Would like go to the rec center at the university a little bit and like go for a run. I was pretty big into running, so I was still like pretty small, like pretty skinny. Show you another picture of me in college. So I honestly, once I started nursing school, did not prioritize my health whatsoever. I was so stressed out, so busy. Anyone that's ever been in nursing school would understand nursing school is not fun. Totally worth it, but not a good time. So I really was not prioritizing my health at all. I would hardly sleep any. I'd stay at the library until like midnight most nights if I went, and then wake up to be at class at 7 or 8 o'clock the next morning, and then clinicals. And honestly, one night, my first clinical, I slept for 30 minutes and then went to the hospital to take care of patients the next day. Like, that's terrifying. But it was what my life was at the time. I didn't have time for anything else. So I honestly like drank so much Red Bull. It got to the point where coffee didn't even like affect me anymore. So I would drink Cokes and Red Bulls and anything with caffeine to just try to like stay awake. Definitely wasn't drinking enough water. Would try to pack my lunch, but honestly half the time I would end up going to buy like the only good things at the time to eat by the university I went to was Subway and McDonald's and Mellow Mushroom. And I was broke. I couldn't go to Mellow Mushroom. Half the time I ate McDonald's or a sub from Subway. And I mean, that's a little better than McDonald's, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was the healthiest choice. But I didn't care at the time. My best friend and I would sit at the library and we would eat Sour Patch Kids, and I don't even remember. Like, it was not a healthy time. And honestly, like, I definitely didn't feel good either. Like, my body didn't feel good. I was exhausted all the time. Honestly, kind of moody, just like, and I didn't feel good about myself and the way that I looked. But once I finally graduated nursing school and had some more free time, I was able to refocus myself and on my, I started thinking more about my health as, an adult. I mean, as we get older, definitely our metabolism slows down. And so I definitely started seeing that I was very unhappy with the way I looked. So that's when I really started working out. But honestly, I had never been taught how to work out. Like, I didn't know. Like, I had worked out some when I played sports and stuff. But, I mean, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I wasn't comfortable in a weight room. So like, I joined a boot camp class, and that was a great place for me to start. It taught me a lot of stuff. And then, it made me feel more comfortable like working with weights, and I started eating better. I mean, I still would I was in my early 20s, so I would still drink and like go out with friends, and, I was making a lot of unhealthy choices, honestly, at the time still. And through my 20s, I think I've been up and down on how much I've like focused on it. Just like, you go through different phases of life. It's hard, especially when you're younger, to like have that mindset and have that focus. Like, some people have it and some people don't, and that's okay. And honestly, until I was into my like later 20s, I really didn't like start thinking about the long-term effects that like all these poor like life choices and just all these things, how they would affect me as I got older. And so in the last probably 2 or 3 years now, I've really been focusing a lot more on like doing things that really are healthy, not just like trying to look skinny and work out for an image, which obviously we all want that. We all want to like the way that we look, but doing the things that I do to be healthier so that I feel better, trying to get more sleep, because honestly, I used to not prioritize sleep at all, and I have learned it's so important. I feel so like just in a bad mood the next day. If I don't get good sleep, like I'm just grumpy. I just don't feel good. So I prioritize sleep a lot more, which honestly, being with Jake helped me do that because he loves to sleep so much. And so he has made me slow down and like focus more on getting more sleep just because he wants to sleep all the time. But it just makes me feel better, and I train better the next day. I can get through my work day better. Like mentally, I just feel better. And then, you know, making sure you drink enough water. I definitely didn't do that. And so now I really try to focus on like I'm in my car so much all day. So I bring water with me and extra water bottles, and I refill them every chance I get, or I'll stop and buy one if I happen to run out, just to make sure that like I'm taking in enough water, especially like here in Mobile, it's so humid in the summer. So like need to take in even more water to fight all the like sweating and just to stay hydrated. And making sure that I'm really eating like enough protein and the appropriate amount of carbs and fats and things to really aid myself in my workouts. I definitely used to not pay really anything. I've never counted calories, never counted my macros. I didn't even know how, honestly, until the last like year. I've actually been paying more attention to like taking in the right amount of protein and, you know, not eating too many carbs and not eating too many fats. Like I eat a ton of cheese. There's a lot of fat in cheese. And so God knows how much I used to take in when I used to eat cheese, and probably every meal that I ate, there was some sort of cheese in it. So I've eliminated a lot of that just for my own health. Also, dairy is very inflammatory. So I've tried to eliminate a lot of the dairy that I take in. I mean, I definitely still have dairy in my diet, but I use oat milk in my coffee now instead of regular like sugary coffee creamers. And I use less cheese. I don't put cheese in my eggs when I make eggs. I eat eggs literally every morning for breakfast. So I just don't put cheese in them. So I think that it's important to understand that as we get older, we will learn more. It's hard when you're young to really pay attention to, you just don't think about these things. You're young, you're having fun, you feel good at the time, but I wish I had known in my early 20s all the things that I know now, so that I would have made better choices to be a healthier person then. But you live and you learn, and we're here now. And so that's where I am today, focusing even more as I go. I research, I watch other people on YouTube and Instagram, and you know, Jake's super intelligent with all of this stuff. Like he teaches me a ton all the time. So I'm constantly trying to learn new things and just increase my knowledge on all of my nutrition and training, and trying to prioritize my physical and mental health. These, you know, just to make myself feel better, and, you know, for longevity, and to just live a better, healthier life as long as I possibly can, you know. And so, I don't know, that's just what I've learned at my almost 30 years old, where I am now. So just wanted to sit down and chat with you. I feel like I'm just like rambling now, but just, you know, I feel like wanted to give some helpful advice maybe to a younger girl or guy that's, you know, maybe doesn't really know how to count macros or calories. There's so much stuff out there. There's so much on the internet. You know, you can comment, send me a message on Instagram. I will give any advice that I can, any help that I can. You know, I wish someone had given me more advice in my early 20s and taught me the things that I know now that I didn't know then. So I would have made healthier choices, and you know, learned to prioritize my own health sooner in life. But like I said, you live and you learn, and we're here now. So I'll stop rambling. But with that being said, don't forget, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment down below. Let me know if this was helpful to you, if there's other types of videos that you would like me to make, other things you want me to talk about. If you have any questions, any more advice, you know, I'm always open to learning new things from other people. So let me know what you got, and I'll see you next time.